You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Saturday the 21st of June, 2025. It is one day after the summer solstice. It is 93 days before the fall equinox. By the French Republican calendar, it is the third day of Messidor, the day of the oignon, the onion. The sun rises today at 5:25 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:58 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:31 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 9:04 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:47 p.m. The length of daytime today is the same as yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 19% full at midday. The new moon will arrive on Wednesday, the 25th of June. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the middle of the night, low tide, 12:52 a.m., 12 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 7:04 a.m., 1 meter 40. In the afternoon, low tide, 12:59 p.m., 12 centimeters. In the evening, high tide, 7:30 p.m., 1 meter 80. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the many bird species that share our urban landscape have quite distinct preferences in terms of where they like to gather. Pigeons and sparrows seem quite at home sharing the sidewalks, and pigeons love a parking lot. Mourning doves are a bit more reserved and often lurk near houses, in driveways and backyards. But pigeons don't seem eager to congregate in open parks. At Socrates Park, they give way to robins and catbirds and any number of songbirds that like to take shelter in the abundant bushy verges. Crows sit atop trees and peer down at what's below. Hawks circle high above, and the swans, geese, ducks, and seagulls prefer the shelter of the cove. Cormorants swim out in the open water of the East River. Isn't it interesting to see the urban niches each species has found to dwell among us? Commemorations. On this day in 1893, the first Ferris wheel opened at the World Columbian Exposition in Chicago. It was designed and constructed by George Washington Gale Ferris, Jr. On this day in 2009, Greenland took on the responsibility of self-government, managing its own domestic affairs through an elected assembly. It remains a constituent part of the Danish realm. On this day in 2014, UNESCO granted World Heritage status to the Andean road system of the Inca Empire, or Capac Ñan. Its construction remains one of the most impressive engineering feats in world history, covering 30,000 kilometers of road and spanning what are now 6 countries. Its construction lasted over several centuries, and it traverses extraordinarily difficult and varied terrain through the Andes Mountains and descending to the coastline through hot rainforests, fertile valleys, and the driest of deserts. Let us take a moment to appreciate the technology and building prowess of the Inca. On this day in 1891, Pier Luigi Nervi was born in Sondrio, Italy. He was an engineer and architect whose daring structures shaped post-war architecture. Although most of his buildings were constructed in Italy, New York City boasts just one, the bus station for the George Washington Bridge at 167th Street in Manhattan. The station is rather self-effacing, but it does display his signature triangular trusswork supports. Today is National Indigenous Peoples Day, or Journée Nationale des Peuples Autochtones, in Canada. It celebrates First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples in that nation. It has been celebrated since 1996. The date was chosen because the summer solstice is an important yearly festival for many Native peoples in Canada. Perhaps Americans might ponder today why we have no corresponding celebratory holiday for our own Native peoples. Happy National Indigenous Peoples Day to our northern friends. And that is the Observatory, Saturday the 21st of June, 2025.